Today's horoscope, Gemini August 22nd, 2024. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. Transits these days often turn your attention to the lighter side of life. You're curious and seeking some variety. With today's Sun-Neptune transit, these drives clash with your desire to pursue your ambitions. It may not seem easy, but finding a better balance is possible if you set your mind to the task. Nevertheless, today's energies are too murky for big moves. Instead, it's time to slow down, process, digest, and enjoy yourself. Aim to slow your approach only enough to see where you might be making errors or overlooking your true feelings on a matter. Listen well to what your intuition has to say, but wait for clarity since it's not the time for clear answers. A minute-by-minute approach seems ideal. Later today, aim to tap into the energy of the moon that moves into your social sector and asks you to pursue your happiness goals. Dark and stormy clouds have gathered, and the crackle of lightning can still be seen. This energy has been quite potent, as the mighty sun in your solar house clashed with Uranus in your solar. You may have accidentally blurted out a secret to your lover, especially if you've been feeling frustrated and anxious that left you both shaky and furious. This could also happen in a different way. A secret pops out that someone else had hidden, be your lover or about the two of you. Do your best to damage control now and in the days ahead. Go after your dreams. There is no time like the present to follow your dreams, especially when the moon enters Aries. You may feel more excited and ambitious. As your energy surges, it could help you gain the confidence to do something you have always wanted to do. You could put yourself out there to see if any professional connections could help. It might even be time to pull the trigger on an opportunity, like applying for jobs in a different city or inquiring about an educational program. Take a leap of faith with your professional aspirations. If your self-confidence is connected with approval from others, you may be in a cycle of dependence, and too much dependence on the reactions of others can lead to frustration. Of course, there is a fine line here, but err on the side of healthy self-esteem. Treating yourself well is the way to do this. Be vigilant about getting your exercise, eating healthy and delicious foods, and above all, getting your rest. If you have trouble sleeping, brew chamomile tea to help relax at bedtime. Today's vibrations are going to bring the temperature up a notch in your private life. They will encourage you to express your feelings for better or worse. There will be something of the new, improvised and passionate in the air. You will have a better understanding of your situation, desires and sentiments, and you will want to express them. You may even discover certain hidden sentiments inside yourself. While a clash between the moon, during its monthly visit to your career sector, and Venus, in her final days in your home and family sector, may put some pressure on your work and life balance, it will do so with a gentle touch. However, when the moon returns next month and clashes with the sun to create a full moon, it will be a different story. Today offers an opportunity for awareness. The moon enhances your intuition and instincts while Venus influences your heart. Together they should help you find a compromise that benefits both areas of your life. While they are both working to ensure the communication lines are open, in his final days in your communication sector, the sun is looking to the future while in retrograde motion Mercury, the planet of communication, is more focused on giving the past and unsaid words a voice. Meanwhile, ahead of Venus, the planet of love's return to your romantic sector next week. The time to start making your work and life balance a priority is now. Daily planetary overview. As the moon enters fiery Aries this evening, expect to feel a surge of motivation and action-oriented energy. This lunar shift brings a dynamic change of pace, filling you with enthusiasm and a renewed sense of drive. It's the kind of energy that gets you moving, and you may notice a boost in your stamina. Whether it's tackling that to-do list, diving into a new project, or simply feeling more inspired to get things done, tonight holds the potential for some serious productivity. However, with all this excitement and vigor, it's easy to get carried away. Have you ever had one of those evenings where you're so absorbed in what you're doing that you lose track of time, only to realize it's way past your bedtime? With this Aries moon energy, that could definitely be a possibility. It's tempting to keep going, but try to be mindful of your limits. Sleep is just as important as productivity, and burning the midnight oil too often can leave you feeling drained in the long run. So, what should you do with all this energy? Focus on what matters most to you. It's easy to feel like you can do everything all at once, but spreading yourself too thin might lead to overwhelm. Instead, prioritize the tasks and goals that are truly important. What are those things that, when you accomplish them, bring you the greatest sense of fulfillment? By honing in on those priorities, you'll be able to channel your energy more effectively. And if you're starting something new, why not invite others to join you? Aries energy is bold and independent, but collaboration can lead to even greater success. Think of it as a way to blend your fire with the strengths of others, creating something even more powerful together. Have you ever taken on a project with friends or colleagues and found that their input took your ideas to the next level? When you're open to help, you might be surprised at how much smoother things can go. Here's another tip: don't overthink it. If you're feeling stuck, sometimes the best thing you can do is take a leap of faith. Imagine yourself jumping forward, even if you're not entirely sure where you'll land. That's the kind of bold, confident energy this Aries moon is all about. When you trust yourself and your abilities, you're more likely to land on your feet and experience those exhilarating moments of success and joy. But with all this passion and drive, it's important to be mindful of balance. While it's amazing to feel so alive and ready to take on the world, be careful not to let that passion turn into overwhelm. Sometimes, the universe will throw challenges your way just to see how you handle them. Maybe it's someone who seems to be working against you or a situation that suddenly throws you off course. Whatever the challenge, it's essential to approach it with grace and calm. These obstacles aren't here to derail you, they're opportunities for growth and learning. If you find yourself facing resistance, take a moment to breathe and assess the situation. Is this a challenge you need to confront head-on, or is it something that can be navigated around? The key is to stay focused on your path and not let minor distractions pull you off course. Have you ever faced a challenge that, in hindsight, actually helped you grow or see things more clearly? Sometimes, those obstacles end up being blessings in disguise. And a word of caution: be mindful of how you're interacting with others during this time. The fiery energy of Aries can sometimes lead to impulsive actions or a desire to show off. While confidence is great, it's important to stay grounded and humble. If you're in a position of power or influence, resist the temptation to misuse that power. People will respect you more for your integrity and your willingness to admit when you're wrong. Have you ever found that showing vulnerability or admitting a mistake actually strengthened your relationships? It's those moments of authenticity that can lead to deeper connections and greater respect. At the end of the day, this Aries moon is inviting you to harness your energy, focus on what truly matters, and move forward with confidence. There might be challenges along the way, but with the right mindset, you can overcome them and continue making progress toward your goals. So, what's one thing you're going to tackle tonight? And how will you channel this fiery energy into something that brings you closer to your dreams? Share your thoughts. I'd love to hear how you're making the most of this exciting energy.